Hi, my name is David Garfinkel, and today I'd like to talk to you about a problem that keeps a lot of entrepreneurs up late at night, just searching through their minds, trying to figure out what it is. And it's not the problem of how am I going to bring in more money. That obviously does occur quite a bit. This is another problem. It's the problem I call builder versus carpenter. You see, a builder is someone who looks at the big picture and is in charge of all the operations and bringing in the whole of the project, whereas the carpenter is the person who is skilled and specialized on one thing, like putting up walls or window frames or any number of other very specific parts of a house. Well, this, of course, is an analogy, because what I'm really talking about is two pieces of advice that people have probably given you that is simply in contradiction with each other. One of them is work on the business rather than in the business. Makes sense. And the other one is find out what you're best at and don't do anything else. Just focus on that and do that. So that both of them make sense and are really good advice. The problem is when you think about doing both of them simultaneously. You see, you probably got into a business, or you're probably thinking of getting into a business because there's something you do really well. And the idea there is to just do that. And you probably didn't get into the business because you're good at working on the business. Now, you may be the kind of person who's a business builder, who's good at working on the business, not in the business. And in that case, I don't have much more to tell you. But for most people, that's not the case at all. So let's look at what happens when you say, oh, I guess I better work on the business rather than in the business. All of a sudden, you stop doing the thing that you were best at, whether it was managing a store, writing software, painting, taking care of dogs, whatever it is that made your business the business that it is and that you're really good at. And you start this new thing and you start up the growth curve and the learning curve, and all of a sudden two things are happening. First of all, you're not very good at working on the business in the beginning, and the thing that you were so good at isn't being done by you anymore. It's probably being done by someone not as good as you. Now, there's even a worse situation, and this actually happened to a friend of mine many years ago, when he, being a very ambitious and driven and frankly high-strung person, he decided to work on the business 8 hours a day and in the business 10 hours a day, the same day, 18 hours a day. He had a heart attack at age 30. Well, nothing is worth doing that. Your business is not there to kill you. It's to support and extend and enhance your life. So I don't think that's a good solution. So how do you deal with both these things? Because I don't think you can just throw one or the other out the window. You do need to work on the business, not in the business, and you need to do what you're best at. Well, not exactly. It doesn't have to be you. It just has to get done. So maybe instead of working on the business, you make sure that someone or something is working on the business. Now, that someone or something could be a person. You could hire someone. It could be a partner that you could start working with. It could be an automated solution like software, autoresponders, web-based services. Whatever it is, what you should be doing is finding a way so that the business is being worked on and in a place to expand, and you can continue to do what you do best, which may or may not be working on the business. The key thing to do is to build a solution around you. And I got to tell you, there is not necessarily a cookie cutter solution for this, but there are elements and opportunities and people and skills and systems and programs out there so that you can sort of cobble together and form fit the perfect solution for you. And that's in fact what I do at Explosive Growth Coaching. So if this is something you'd like more information about, why don't you come to my site, explosivegrowthcoaching.com, and take a look around. We've got some more articles, resources, interviews there. maybe I can help you. Thanks. This is David Garfinkel.